So generally speaking, there's really like two types of people when it comes to making videos on phone. You have the people who build these super crazy wild rigs with all this stuff on it, like they're trying to prove a point on how far you can push the phone. And then you have your people who are just like, hey, I just want to shoot something on my phone. I don't want to do that much and I just want it to look good. See, but personally, I find myself in this little middle groundy area to where I don't want to do all this insane stuff to my phone because then I might as well just grab my camera. But there's a lot of situations where I don't need to bring my big body camera. But in those cases, I still want to be able to make something that I'm proud of with the tools that I have on me at the time. So in this video, we're going to be going through some iPhone accessories that I found to be extremely useful, but not over the top crazy in building out your phone. Plus, this whole video shot on iPhone. And so the very first thing that we have on this list is this extremely dope creator grip from Sandmarc. And the whole spiel behind this is to give you a lot more control over your shots, and it truly enhances the stability. And overall, it just makes your phone feel more like you're holding a camera body instead of just your raw phone. I mean, it's even got the little shutter. It's so dope, but this thing comes with a ton of advantages, so let's get into it. For one, the grip allows you to hold your phone at a plethora of angles, whether you're shooting horizontal or vertically. It's made with industrial aluminum, so it doesn't feel cheap by any means. It comes with a shutter button and connects via Bluetooth. So after your first time connecting out the box, from then on, it'll connect automatically. You've got a 1/4-20 thread on the bottom, so you can mount it on a tripod or whatever else you may need it for, and 2 shoe mounts on the top and bottom, so you can feel free to throw on a light or a microphone, whatever you see fit. So speaking of stability and mounting and all that, up next, we have this quick and easy portable tripod that I'm literally using right now to record this video. Now, there isn't a whole lot to say about this because it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's a tripod that unfolds from the size of my shoe all the way to over 5 feet. It's lightweight and even comes with a remote shutter button to start and stop your recording video from a distance. All right, so we already established the creator grip and we also talked about the nice and easy tripod, right? But what if I told you I've got a little something that's actually a pretty dope in between of them both? Now, full disclosure, I'll be straight up. This thing is a jack of all trades, master of none. But I really like this thing. I got a lot of love for it and it's really easy on your pockets. So let's talk about it. First, we gotta start off with the name. Magic John pocket-sized selfie stick, wireless detachable remote control tripod. So yeah, I guess it's all in the name, huh? So first, let's talk about it as like a creator grip. It is nowhere near as luxurious as Sandmarc's, but I wouldn't even call it a creator grip, but you can just kind of find a sweet spot to hold it. It's not amazing, but it does have a shutter button on top. And not only does that work as a shutter button for like the mirrorless camera feel, but you can also pop it off here and use it as a little remote. As far as the selfie stick, which I feel like selfie sticks are like years out of fashion, but I call it more of a selfie wand than a full-blown stick. That's about all you get. But it also does work really good as a mini tripod. You sit it down, you need some quick shots of yourself. I've been in situations where I'm like, man, I want a photo, but I know nobody's gonna get that good low angle for me. So you can get that as a remote for your low angle shots, or if you can find something to sit it high on and you're not just having to sit it down on a rock. So overall, creator grip, selfie wand, not a selfie stick, but this thing is the size of a pepper spray on a woman's keychain. And to get that for $30, if you appreciate it for the price point it's at, you can find many uses for it. I mean, you could use this to watch videos at your desk or on a plane or whatever crazy uses you find for it. If you appreciate it for the price point it's at, I think it's well worth it. So I spent the beginning of the video fighting the wind and now I'm fighting the rain. So hopefully that's not making too much noise in this video. But speaking of noise, speaking of audio, microphones, that's gonna be the next thing that we talk about here. It doesn't matter if you're recording on your phone or you're recording on a camera, whatever it may be. If your video is going to revolve around people listening to your voice, you need to have good audio. So people will put up with not the best videos as long as the video sounds good. But if the video sounds bad, it is literally, I say this all the time, it is literally physically uncomfortable to them and they won't listen to it. So microphones is gonna be what we talk about next. And if you haven't noticed, I've been wearing one this entire time. This is actually the Hollyland M2. I love the Hollylands and I highly recommend as the best microphones for on-the-go recording. So I have both the M2 and the M2S. Their biggest selling point is their size and their really small footprint. The M2 is the size of a quarter and it can be worn via magnet, magnetic necklace, clip, or even used in a stick mic adapter. And while both of these mics pretty much sound the same, what I like about the M2S is it slides on your collar and fits just like a lav mic. No logos, no lights pointing at the camera. And my favorite part about it is that there's no magnets falling in your clothes or on the ground when you take them off. It just slips right on and right off. Also, for either one of these, the receiver really doesn't add any weight or bulk to your phone. So we are still dealing with rain here, so we're gonna post up in this spot for a minute. But anyways, Apple Log. It is new to the iPhone 15 and iPhone 16 Pros. And if you don't know what Log is, we're really not gonna go over that right now. But the thing about it is the file sizes are huge. And so even if you do have like external storage, it just fills up so quick and it's really not worth it. So what I recommend is getting either the Blackmagic camera app or the Final Cut camera. And the thing about the Blackmagic camera app is you get all that control over your shutter speed and aperture, all that kind of stuff. But what I like about the Final Cut camera is it still feels like using that native iPhone camera app. It still has that simplicity. I mean, we're shooting on our phones with just the extra little bit of features that you need to make your stuff look good and shoot in Log. So highly recommend downloading one of those instead of getting an SSD, because then you also got to figure out how am I going to add my SSD to my rig? Am I going to mount it somewhere? All that is it's just too much. Either one of these you can record in, what is it, like HEVC, HEIC, something like that. Regardless, the files are much smaller and it's really not that big of a difference. It's bright and sunny all day until I decide I want to go outside to record a video, huh? Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy how life goes? Now, with all this video that you're shooting on your phone, you are going to run your battery to the ground. And unlike an actual camera, you can't just swap it out. But I have a solution for you right here. And so this right here is called the Anker MagSafe Power Bank. With this, you can charge your phone wired or wirelessly so you can juice up while on the go and not have to worry about wires hanging all around. It has a really deluxe feel to it. It's the size of an empty wallet, so I'm used to that. But it's also pretty slim and it comes at 10,000 milliamp hours. So you're getting about a charge and a half on your phone. All right, so these last two, I'm not gonna lie, they might come off as a little extra, but they are so dope that we gotta check them out. So problem, everybody knows that the best camera on your phone is the 48 megapixel 1X lens on the back, right? But if you wanna record a video of yourself with that back camera, what is the biggest problem? You can't see yourself, right? And so I have the solution for that right here. This is the selfie mirror from Nicey Rig, and it allows you to get a view of your front screen while recording on your back camera so you can frame yourself properly. You can adjust the height, you can adjust the angle, so even on a phone like mine with a privacy screen, you can still get a good look at yourself. You're gonna need some kind of shoe mount on your phone, and for vlogging, it might feel like a lot on your build, but it's especially helpful if you're recording in studio, if you're shooting any kind of talking head, or for someone like me especially that likes to shoot my thumbnails from my phone instead of my camera. And last but not least, we have these amazing lenses from Sandmarc. Now, we just talked about how it can be hard to keep yourself in frame, but if you really want to use that back camera, you don't want to wing it, you don't want to use that low quality 0.5 lens, but also don't want the big mirror contraption that I just showed you, Sandmarc has this amazing 16 millimeter equivalent wide angle lens to help you do just that. It's very quality built and it comes without distortion. You can use their clamps, or better yet, their pro luxury cases that not only protect your phone, but also serve as a mount for those lenses. I literally feel so legit every time I screw this in. Pause. But I also use their variable ND filter throughout most of this video to help control lighting along with my shutter, and also to help me get that sweet motion blur that we love so much. Now, everything that I talked about today will have an affiliate link in the description, so feel free to check those out. And I truly do believe in all of these products that I talked about today. Aside from that, like, comment, subscribe, all that, and I'll holla at you.